Alright guys, welcome back. So here we go again, another day. What we're doing today is working on doing the paint on the interior of the car. Also going to work on the engine bay a little bit, try to get that taken care of. You know, it was kind of rough, kind of messed up after we got rid of all the stuff from the ice video. When we used the dry ice to get rid of everything, it left a bunch of stuff. It was real dirty, real nasty. There's chips everywhere from when we were hammering it and stuff. So today we're going to get that fixed. We're going to put fresh paint on there, put some fresh white paint and some carbon mist in the engine bay. So yeah, it's going to be awesome. Turned out really good. I hope you guys really like this because it took a lot of time and a lot of effort from us. It was a lot of work. It's probably only like a short video, but I promise you it was a lot of work. You can do this pretty cheap. I think it cost me probably about $75 worth of supplies, maybe $100 if you include all of the mistakes and everything else. But yeah, $100 and we did the interior and the engine bay. It's a lot of paint. You'll see. It's pretty good though, so hope you guys enjoy. So if you're looking at it, I put some drop cloths on the windows and stuff. I've got a bunch of this stuff up. Now what you see there, that black stuff, that's the seam sealer. White stuff as well. Just basically working on getting that stuff ready. In here, got the whole thing masked off. We're gonna be painting all that, more seam sealer, just to protect the welds and stuff. Okay, did the same thing back here. Everything's super clean. I've gone over this thing so much. I can't find any dust or anything. Like, paint's not gonna be perfect, but we gotta give it the best chance that we can. So, see how it goes. Wish me luck. That's going to be our new drop-down bracket for the steering column, because what we didn't really have anything to mount it to the roll bar. We can't use the stock setup. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Alright guys, so what I did here is I grinded it back, grinded a little bevel into the edge, and basically what that's going to do is make it a little bit easier when we go to weld it. Or at least that's what people tell me. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to do my best. We'll see how it goes. It already looks a little bit better than what it was because it was kind of rusty, but now it looks pretty good. So yeah, on to the next step. Okay, I know this is horrible and these welds are just questionable at best, but this basically is what's going to hold up our steering column. It's centered as good as I could get it. It's on there really solid. It looks terrible, but it's going to work, and that's what matters. So then we're just going to take the steering column, drill some holes, and bolt it up, and that should support it, and it should work pretty well actually. Alright, so here's the deal. So far, everything's been primed a bit. I had plenty of time for it to cure, because basically what happened is when I brought it to the shop and they did the roll cage, there was crap all over the place and just destroyed the paint job that was in here. So right now I'm sanding, prepping it, trying to get it ready to where we can respray. We're just going to paint it white. I'm going to keep it simple. So I've got exactly 12 days to get this car up and running. So yeah, let's see if we can do it. Alright guys, so pro tip. Aluminum foil. This stuff is great. Use it whenever you're trying to mask something, because here's what you can do. So let's say for instance, I got this brush, right? And maybe I only want to paint the head. Real easy to cover up real fast what you need to. It stays, the paint's not going to get where you don't want it, so you can form it to just about anything. Heavy, get the heavy duty stuff, not the lightweight. You'll be driving yourself mad. But you take this, whatever, you can form it, you can reuse it, you can do whatever. It's gonna make it go by a lot quicker. You'll see when I put it on a lot of this stuff like the gear shifter and whatnot. Makes a difference. But yeah, so we'll get that done and show you what it looks like. Alright guys, this is what it'll look like after you get done. I know it looks kind of funny, but it makes the whole job a lot easier to cover everything up. Everything's clean, ready to go. Alright guys, it's time to get a little bit weird.
Alright, don't mind the space suit. So basically I don't know, don't ask. Anyway, what we're doing here is pretty much just laying down our first coat. Also, I'm doing this in an open garage, so always make sure that it's very well ventilated when you do this, because otherwise you could end up getting really dizzy, pass out, you could cause damage to your brain. Like, just don't. Make sure that you have good ventilation. So here we go. So this is the first coat down. Got it on there pretty good. It's taking a lot more paint than I expected to get it in there. You can see where it's kind of light in some spots. But we want to go light for the first coat just to make sure that we're not overdoing it and getting any drips. And then we're going to go from there, lay down another coat or two. We'll see how many it takes to totally cover it up. And yeah, we'll go from there.
Alright guys, so this is after many coats and clear and all that shit. Finally done. Yeah, I had to like run to the store halfway through because I didn't think it would take 6 cans. I went through 10 cans just to get the interior done. White is not a good color. It is so hard to cover everything up. So yeah, that'd be my tip. Don't do white. I did this in black. It was like a carbon color, So much easier. Just do that. Way easier. But it's done. Looks clean for now. A little bit overspray, but whatever. It'll work.
Alright, so here's the before pictures of the engine bay. This is before we start prepping, before we painted. This is our old paint job, and it's really messed up. You can see where it's all kind of bashed in, got some burn marks. So we're going to get this cleaned up, start sanding it down, and go from there.
Alright guys, how's it going? So we've been wanting to do the interior. We've already got some of it painted. We did all of that. That was actually all Kyle by himself. So anyways, we already did the interior. We painted it and everything. We've been using this all-in-one paint and primer, and it works really good. It's really sticky. That's why we got gloves on this time. That way we don't get it in our hands and it won't come off. Also thought about using masks this time because, you know, safety first. So right now what we did was we sanded down the engine bay and some of the transmission tunnel, and what we had to do was, after we got it all sanded down and ready for paint, we had to clean it off. We've been using some degreaser, getting it real clean because we've already had a couple messes in here before with coolant and brake fluid and some oil, you know, just basic car fluids. But now it is time to make it look pretty again. Use some spray paint because we're not the most affluent people in the world.
Oh, that's a fancy word.
Thank you, that's your fancy word of the day.
Yeah, I guess so.
So we're just gonna have a good time, and we're gonna start with the transmission tunnel.
Okay.
And yeah, pretty much gonna just have you guys stick around and watch it.
Cool.
Alright. Hey, touch for the very first time. That's how I feel, at least.
That's amazing. Try to get in there like real deep.
Nah, you know, that's what she said.
And don't worry, we're gonna do more than one coat, so don't go crazy on the first coat.
Oh, it's getting on my hand. Like I can feel it on my arm. Like this.
Yeah, you're gonna turn into a giant paint blob. Pretty much.
I really like this color though.
I know, right? It looks good. It's almost like a kind of like a carbon. I mean, if it was an actual color, I'd say it's like gunmetal. Basically, the first coat is just going to make it so you got something for the second coat to stick to. So you don't need to cut, like, even if you see stuff like shining through.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what happened to me. Yep. I don't know.
Stolium, you need to get your game up with your cats.
It's the containers. It's not like the old school ones.
Weight upon my shoulders. You're telling me it's over now, but I can tell that it's just started. If there is a chance to change my life, let it be now, let it be now. If there was ever a moment to make something of my life, let it be now. Let it be now, let it be now. While I'm closest, while I'm nearest, let it be now, let it be now. Just let it be now, just let it be. Just let it be now. Is this the highest I can go? If we ran through this empty city, searching for a goal, who would be right there to keep us safe? Will we travel on a roll? Found a way to seize the day with no weight upon my shoulders.
I'm just happy because paint means we're getting closer to putting the engine back in.
Exactly.
This is like the one next step before the roll cage. Actually, that's wrong. We have to do a couple of other things, but closer.
Much closer. Are you kidding me? Yeah, boy. Man, that looks good, doesn't it?
It is really pretty. I like this color choice. Oh,
And it dries really nice too. Like that's the cool part. Like it looks black right now, but when it dries, it looks almost like metal, like carbon.
beautiful.